Hello friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report, because without you guys, well, this just wouldn't be it, would it? And unfortunately, I have to redo this video because I am so old and so technology challenged that I forgot to put on the other amp to get the microphone working. So my apologies. Let's go ahead and redo this thing. It's been a long day. It's been a kind of a long couple of days. You know, we worked last night after leaving out at 5 in the morning. My mom called 5 this morning with news about my dad being in the hospital. I've driven about 350 miles, and actually, you guys don't want to hear me complain. But anyway, my video was about Robby Anderson. New York Jet wide receiver, had about 73 catches, about 800 yards, breakout season for him. And apparently it was a breakout, like a video game, for him as well in Miami. He ended up being clocked 105 miles an hour in a 45, resisted arrest, got 9 charges, and including threatening the police officer's wife. I wish I could say what he said, but wow. You can look it up on TMZ and see what he says. Now, what's interesting is, or actually sad is, he was arrested and charged with resisting arrest back in May, allegedly. Now, I'm not saying he's guilty or anything like that. I'm going by what's reported. Now, I wonder if the NFL will do a thorough investigation of this situation and so on, because we, of course, went through my man Zeke Elliott being suspended for 6 games, even though he was never arrested or charged with anything, let alone 9 different offenses. If they'll go through and do their due diligence. And while I was waiting for that video to upload, my man Mark Sampson ended up sending me a link about Giants former running back Derek Ward, who court documents have stated that he choked his wife on repeated offenses, and there's a restraining order against him. So I wonder if the NFL is going to do their due diligence and investigate him as well and see what happens. I know right now he's a former New York Giant player, but you know, when anything happens to a former Dallas Cowboy player, it's always Adam Jones, former Dallas Cowboy. Yeah, even though he's been in Cincinnati for like forever. But I'm curious to see how these 2 cases will be viewed with the NFL. Will they be like the laundry one that was in Miami? And basically the NFL said there's no evidence, as well as some of these other ones. Or if it will be kind of like, you know, Law and Order when it comes to the Cowboys. We'll have to wait and see what happens and what becomes of these cases, because they're certainly not being blown up like they would if they were, say, you know, Des Bryant or Terrence Williams or Cole Beasley or Ryan Switzer. If that was the case, all hell would break loose and the world would literally stop. But we'll talk about this tonight, because tonight we're going to have fun here on the live stream. If I'm still awake, because you know I'm old, we're going to have Vosh in here and my man Law Nation, and we're going to have a little throwdown about the merits of Jason Garrett. Apologize for the volume on that last one. It slipped through on it, and try and do better in the future. I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Jobu, and I'm keeping it real.